been giving a lot of thought recently to the idea of systems versus freedom. And I've had the experience where systems have created freedom for me, and being rooted in the system, the rest of being so deeply rooted, it frees me, which is definitely a true thing. And then also, I have felt the bars of the cage of a rigid system that I push against that doesn't serve me as someone that tends to want to be creative. And my problem solving still skills are also based in the creative, and that's where my juice is. It's where the ideas come. It's where my muse and writing comes from. I need to be able to feel really fluid and pliant, and at the same time, a structure is important just as a guide, as kind of a guidepost to lean on and maybe even push against. But the balance is tough. You want to let the wild horses run free, but without an ultimate enclosure, where do they wind up? Do they just run themselves out? Do they, or is that self-imposed boundary really a disguised self-limitation where I'm just holding myself back? Both could be true. So I find myself really struggling, a good struggle, a joyous struggle, looking for that balance of um, compassion, strong compassion, with accountability, with production, and with ease, with ease, and room for movement within the structure. And I find myself kind of bouncing up against the edges and testing them, and or uh, coming up short against something that I held. But is that what I held? Did I plan something undoable, or am I just not pushing through? I am aware that I do have overachieving perfectionistic tendencies, but I also don't want to totally let myself off the hook at exactly the same time. So it is a interior and exterior and time management and emotional management, and I feel the push and pull of that in really every aspect of my life. And so what comes up for me today is the push to be unbridled and wild, and conversely, how much more you get done when you have a system. And it's the braid of the two that I happily wrestle with. And what I ask you today is, are you someone that thrives more in structure, or thrives more in just no structure? And have you tried both? And what has been your experience with productivity in either? Or what's your blend? What's your balance? Because that's where I am right now. And that's what's come up for me today. And I will see you tomorrow.